Hello! This is a video where I show what I do in Audacity to make my make my audio sound better. I usually don't do, this is kind of a tutorial video, and I usually don't do tutorial videos. Just haven't done anything, and there's probably not a tutorial video that I could do that somebody else hasn't done, and I'm normally not good at those type of videos anyway, but a couple people have asked me how I make my audio sound cleaner and better, and well, I'm not gonna say, oh, I have this very expensive microphone and it makes me sound terrific. I couldn't think of another word. I couldn't, for some reason, think of a better word, but that could be part of it. I do not use a USB microphone. I use a microphone that you have to plug into an audio interface. Could be a big part of it. I don't know. It depends on how my audio right now is not through Audacity. It's not how I normally record, because how I normally record things, I'd be using Audacity. And if you try to edit something in Audacity while recording with Audacity, the recording stops. So it's just easier for me to do it this way. I'm using OBS to record this. Okay, so this is what I normally start off with. The reason I have two bars here is because the audio interface that I have is meant for musicians to have a microphone and an instrument, like most likely a guitar. It even has a guitar picture right there next to the place where you plug it in. So what I normally do, the reason this one's blank is because that's the guitar one. I normally come over here, press this down button, and click on split stereo to mono. It separates the two, and then remove that one, and ta-da, you go from, hold on, I'm not very smart. This is just going to be what my normal intro to anything is. Hello everybody, and welcome. If you notice, everything was coming out of the left ear. That's the reason I come through and do that, get rid of the bottom one, so now everybody, and welcome. Everything's coming out of both ears. That's just something I do every time because I picked an audio interface that is meant for musicians, blah blah blah. But anybody else that does this probably doesn't have to do that step. Basically, if you're using Audacity and you have a USB microphone, I used the Blue Yeti before this one, and it should record to both bars, which just basically means you don't do that first step that I have to do. Now, what I normally do is, off here you can see there are these very tiny, no, it should show up because full screen. I'm looking over at OBS and it's just so small that you can't even tell what's going on here. But in this area there are some very tiny sounds, and it's kind of just me breathing. I want to see how this reacts first. Go into effects here, and I'm using Audacity 2.1.1, which if you're using an older version, it might not be noise reduction, it might be noise removal. I just want to see what happens. Okay, you have to. You want to highlight the very quiet, like, background noise, or in this case, my very quiet breathing. Highlight that, go into effects, noise reduction or removal, click on step 1, and it will, if you're highlighted a big portion, there would be a timer saying, this is how long you have to wait until it's done. Since this is such a small thing, it didn't do that. Now, I want to get rid of that highlight. When I come in, I have them set up at 10, because whenever you have it maxed out, it seems like it messes up the audio a little bit. That's just from what I could tell. I have it at 10 because I found out that that's where it gets rid of the most background noise without messing with the rest of the audio. And now, there's a little bit left, but there isn't anything major there, so you can't not even anything to hear. But it helps clean up the audio here just a tiny bit. Hello everybody, and welcome. So now, going back to the effects, I go in and compress. Okay, but first, here's what it sounds like first. Hello, everybody, and welcome. Here's what it sounds after it gets compressed. Hello, everybody, and welcome. What compressing seems to do is it equals out everything. The really, really high, let me undo compress. See how this is the tallest one, and it's very quiet down in this area. With compressing, let's redo, that comes down, and everything else rises up, so it kind of gets into an more equal out. It equals out the audio basically a little bit. So the quieter areas are louder, and the louder areas are slightly quiet, so there isn't a real big spike in one area and a real quiet place in another. Next, I go in and I do this. I go into equalization, and what I learned is this side normally ends up evolving treble, and the left side here is bass. You can goof off with this, you can have it however you want. As you can tell, I've made a really strange zigzag pattern. That, just for curiosity's sake, yeah, this is how the audio will look, and it won't sound pretty, so I'm not even gonna make you deal with that. Let's go back. What I normally do, equalization, oh, I clicked the wrong one. Equalization, I made my own one just so I don't have to redo it each time. I went up to, for treble, I went up 6, and for bass, I went down 6, like this. It might sound better if I do something like this. I don't know. This is just what I've done. This sounds good to me, and I've rolled with it. Now, let me unequalize it. Here's what it sounds like unequalized. Hello, everybody, and welcome. Kind of, what I get out of it is equalizing it kind of gets rid of the breathing, the breathiness. It gets rid of some of the bass, so hello everybody and welcome to... It just cleans up my audio to where instead of hearing kind of me huffing at times whenever I'm either about to say another word, hello everybody and welcome, it cleans it up to where... Hello everybody and welcome to... It cleans it up to where you can understand what I'm saying clearer. I hope this helps, and I hope I didn't ramble on too long, and I hope you can follow it. And if you see this, please check out my other videos. I normally do gaming. Like I said, some people asked how I make my audio sound clearer. Again, I have a decent microphone. I actually have a microphone that... I have the same microphone that... I normally don't like name dropping, but Gassy Mexican uses. That's kind of the reason I used it. I bought it because I saw that he uses it and saw that it wasn't this. I expected him to have the studio outlandish priced microphone. No, he has a reasonable microphone. This is the Audio-Technica 2035. Yeah, you need an audio interface for it, but it's not like $1,000. Or it's not even $500. It's normally goes like $130. That's the last price I saw on it through like Amazon. But since it needs an audio interface, you're gonna have to spend money on that. There are several USB microphones that work fine. Like I said, I used the Blue Yeti beforehand, and the only reason I upgraded because I just felt like it, kind of. But part of the reason my audio probably sounds as good is because of the mic that I'm using, but it's also the things that I just showed that I do every time I record audio. Every time I come in, edit, do this over and do this every time because I'm a stickler. I think that's the word. I like good sounding audio. If I watch a video, the video could be perfect. Everything could be 1080p, 60 frames per second, perfect video, and then I hear somebody come on and just sound like crap. I can't stand that, and I click away, and I just kind of stuck with that, and I was like, if I'm going to do videos, I'm going to make sure I have the best audio that I can without going absolutely nuts. I hope this helps you out. I hope you... Well, I always suck at this. I hope this video helps you out any little bit. Sounds like I should have continued. I'm terrible at outros. That's the reason I do the same one over and over again. Like I was saying, hope the video helps you out. I mean, what I did is I basically found a couple things, came in here. You could... For all I know, you could come in here and go to Leveler, and it would help you out. Go in to other things, and that would help you out. These are just the things that I found that seems to make my audio clearer. Please, if you enjoyed this video, check out my other videos. I normally do gaming. This is just kind of a one-off thing. Couple people asked, and since they asked, I decided that it'd be easier than typing something out was just to do a video where I can explain it while talking. Like I said, check out my other videos, and I will see you guys next time.